Go.
Yo, yo. Welcome back to Just Another Podcast.
You know us, Anazia.
Oh,
AnaDer.
AnaDer. Oh, that's it.
Dah, that's it.
Okay, so in part 1,
Yeah.
we did a man versus women or husband versus wife topic, and we went about daily habits and routines.
Yes.
So you want to shake things up a bit,
Yes.
something a bit more heavier.
Yes.
Okay, go.
Just now was very light-hearted, what? But it's still going, I'm still thinking about the left side, right side thing. It's still going. I
Let
just
us
can't
know.
wait. Yeah, please.
I don't know
please.
what's the psychological behind it or the science behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to know. No need the science lah. Just what is the consensus right now?
Yeah. And then if everyone agrees that the woman is on the right side
Yeah.
of the bed,
I might go
when you're
and
facing the
find
bed-
a psychologist and decipher. If it's right like that, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
we're
what's
going to
the
go
next
into
topic?
communication differences.
Okay.
I think this is another topic that kind of relevant and another cause for a lot of marriage issues, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have talked so much about when we did the wedding, marriage, divorce episodes, and
yeah.
always we summarize it at the end.
We didn't go in deep.
Communication
Yeah.
is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want
Alright, so the first one-
Yeah.
Guess what I'm thinking? Woman dropping hints versus men being clueless.
Yeah. I think you all need to verbalize lah. Because we cannot read your mind.
You go deep into it. I learned this so late I learned this so late into the marriage.
Okay.
Okay?
So you expect him to understand you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
And I'm very expressive. I'm very, my face is
Can read the book lah.
can read. Like I will literally like that already. And my PMS mood will come. And then it will just be very open. I'm just very open about my feelings. I am not a closed book. Even then, don't understand. Then what else should I do? Right? I'm
Yeah.
already showing you that I'm unhappy. I'm already slamming things here and there, like gedebak-gedebuk.
Yeah.
A little bit like you langgar a bit already. Like what's your problem? You know, like the signs are already there,
Okay.
and yet you still don't get it.
So he will be, what's the problem? Or
Like any kind
or
of.
he completely ignore your feelings
It's
or your
not that he
expression,
ignore.
or he don't know what happened and
He
he
don't
asks you, why
Yes.
are you angry? Why are you angry? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on that part. So for me, right, I learn this one. Okay lah, on me lah. Okay, I learn it late that I should just tell lah.
Tell lah why you angry.
Just tell. Simple thing. Just open my mouth and tell.
So wait, rewind back.
Yeah.
Even when he asks why, you say you should know what. Is it?
Yeah. I'll be like, why you asking me this question?
Yeah, you should
Like
know what you did.
we just argued what, or you just did something that I don't like. The problem is he doesn't even know that he did something that I didn't like. We women also sometimes too much.
Yeah.
Suddenly I jump cam already. Because I learned it late. Initially I was like, you should know better. You should know better. You should know
Okay.
better.
Okay.
But then it make our relationship hell lah. Communication is hell. You cannot assume. And then I'll go around feeling like, oh, he don't understand me. How to understand when I never open my mouth?
You understand now? Okay lah.
Now I understand lah. But now I also know that he needs to marinate. I don't know whether is it the same with you or not. Marinate. What I meant is like, if let's say lah, tomorrow we're going to go out, I'm going to wear a couple wear. I mean, this is an example. It's just a simple example lah. It's not real. It's just a scenario. We want to wear couple wear. I assume he's going to wear green.
Okay.
Because he knew my favorite color is green.
Okay.
The next day he wore purple.
So that irks you lah.
It irks me lah.
Yeah.
Correct or not?
Even after communicating like the day before.
Okay, initially I didn't communicate what? I just assume he know what I'm wearing purple. Tomorrow I already said couple wear. You should know that I like purple. Why you wear green? Sorry, you should know I like green. Why you wear purple?
Okay.
I
This one
assume.
you're assuming.
So assume, like I said every time, assume makes an ass of you and me. What? So literally that one is already part 1 wrong already.
Yeah.
And then comes the part 2 is when I know that I need to tell him.
Yeah.
But whether he's going to accept that we're going to couple wear tomorrow is another part. So I need to tell him first.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we couple wear 1 week before.
Okay.
Let it marinate. Then he will marinate. Automatically, on the day comes, right, he will be wearing green.
Oh.
But I learned this only this year, bro.
How many years you all married?
This year 14.
14 years,
Yeah.
After 14 years, then it works lah. then
No,
you
maybe
get it,
I didn't catch it. Yeah, maybe I just didn't catch
Wait,
it.
but even when you let him marinate, did he ask you, tomorrow we're wearing green or purple?
No.
He automatically get it.
But sometimes when I tell him, right, we will fight. Not fight, we will argue like, why must I wear couple wear? I don't wear couple wear lah. I just want to wear some cotton thing like. There will be some scuffles, you know. Last time I used to react also. I'll be like one patakas, like I'll be like, no, just wear lah. I already tell you to wear. You know, this event calls us to wear for the couple wear. But now I knew. Marinate.
Tell in advance lah.
Put the idea in. Marinate. Does it work for men?
No.
This logic? So it's just him, it's just Lecha.
Yeah, I think it's him. I'm gonna dispute. Probably a lot of people will agree. Men are very forgetful.
Okay.
So you tell me in advance. I prefer one day in advance. I prefer the later it is, the better it is. You tell me 1 week in advance, 1 month in advance, I won't remember.
Okay.
So for me, just an example. No, this thing happened actually. She will tell me, 14 Feb for example lah. I don't know why I picked 14 Feb.
Valentine's Day of all days. You're trying to be romantic now.
14 Feb, we have an invitation. My mum called us over, something like that.
Okay.
So she told me on 14 Jan, for example.
Okay, 1 month is a bit,
Yeah, so I will obviously forget it lah.
I also forget.
I never put things in my calendar lah. Why should I put this kind of thing in my calendar?
Yeah.
So usually like closer to that day or that week, then I'll say, this weekend what we doing? I already told you we're going to my mom's house.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, we're going to your mom's house. So then that irritates her because she was like, I already told you in advance. I reminded you to credit her.
Yeah.
Right. She did remind me, so she gave me 1 month advance. 2 weeks later, she would remind me. But then 1 day before or 2-3 days before, I was still like, what are we doing this weekend? So that irks her lah. We are forgetful by default.
Actually, no way, because on this way, it's the flip side for me.
Okay. You were the forgetful one.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I will talk on the ladies' behalf. On the guys' behalf.
He will tell me like, okay, this Sunday got this auntie's wedding or wedding. The family very big one. I cannot remember.
Yeah,
then I will be asking him like on Friday. I'll ask, so what do we have tomorrow? Can we do this? Then he'll be like, we have a wedding. I already told you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you have the masculine trait.
Yeah, that's why I only mix with guy friends. I just cannot with
so in terms of like emotions or argument, in terms of understanding what went wrong, I personally think it's not gender specific.
Okay.
I personally think, but I do believe, yes, women probably have more of a lesser, they communicate lesser about how they feel. I think they don't want to expose themselves too much. Actually, depends. Okay.
No, I'm very expressive. That's why I'm like trying to.
Okay. They don't verbalize it. They may show it. They may show it through other actions.
That one, yes.
They may hump up, whatever, throw things, whatever, this kind of thing. Then you get it like, she's angry.
She's angry, yeah.
But she don't verbalize
silent treatment.
Whereas guys like to communicate. If they are angry, they will say, hey, just now you did this, I'm not happy. Why you say that kind of thing?
Yeah, agree.
We usually will talk about it. Women don't like to. Okay. Talking about it also is another level. Wow, I have so many layers right now.
You're peeling the onion now.
I'm peeling the onion. Okay, so first level, let's say showing your anger. I think women show better than men. Men usually either they are cooped up, they are just silent. Okay, but in my relationship, my wife is the one usually silent. She don't bang around. I will be more expressive, showing face and all that. When it comes to talking about it, it's still me. She also don't like to talk about it unless I probe lah. Okay, and then when it comes to we peel the onion right now, right? To talk about problems, generally, women are more open. Guys usually don't want to hear too much. We just go on a solution base. We just say, okay, this is a problem. Right? Okay, how? We quickly want to go into the solution. Whereas women want to express themselves, let them feel heard, understand them. That's it. They don't want solutions. Yeah.
I fully agree.
So wow, I cover so many layers of it. But then again, it's what do you call that? It's organic or it's flexible or it's fluid because not all women are like that. Not all men are like that. I think in my relationship, my wife is a bit more of the masculine a bit. She is the one that usually don't want to talk about things and all this. I'm the one that want to talk about things. So mine is like from the first step, expressing itself, I'm more of the girl, more expressive. Communicating, I'm more of the girl also. Solution, then I become more of the man. She becomes the girl. So she is just less. Everything so don't want to communicate so much.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it is. So in a nutshell, I think generally, like what I said earlier, women show more when they're angry. They don't talk about it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the discussing or expressing, they do the more talking.
Yeah.
But guys go on a solution-based problem-solving mode.
Yeah, but I feel to summarize both of us, right? Best is to communicate lah.
Whatever it is, just
Don't
communicate.
assume
Whether
because
you
I
man or
learned it the
women.
hard way. Yeah, I really learned it the hard way. Especially on men. Most of us wives, like I do get DMs. I keep on saying I do get DMs because it's real. It's they will like they assume that men should understand it. They assume that you've been with me for so long.
Yeah.
You should be able to and just get it, get me. But the problem is men is dense. Sorry. They are just dense when it comes to emotions. They are very dense when it comes to you just tell me what is it that you want, I will give it to you.
Yeah.
That's men.
Yeah.
You have to accept that. Open your mouth. Tell them that look, I want this. I am feeling this. I need a hug. I need a kiss. I need you to buy for me Ferrero Rochers and this.
Yeah, just say lah.
You will get it.
Will do.
Then both of you are happy. Right.
Agree.
Just say it.
I think whatever it is, both men or women just communicate.
If you have already said it and the man don't do it, then you have a problem. Or when you already say it and the wife don't do it, then you have a problem. Right.
Yes.
Say it first.
Correct. I'm going to add one more layer to this.
Alright, go.
The communication channel. Do you prefer face-to-face or text? Because some people, when they are face-to-face, that's where they shut off.
Okay.
They don't want to talk about it. Right? I do not know why. What's their coping mechanism or whatever that's in their head. They probably cannot express it when they're facing that person. They don't want to show their anger. They don't want to show their weakness or their flaws. Then when they get away, then on the text suddenly
one composition.
One composition come out.
Yeah.
So first of all, for you, do you prefer face-to-face or text-based? And what do you think? Do you think men or women prefer which one?
Okay, married for 14 years, right? The first 5 years, I write compose. The first 5 years.
Okay.
Because maturity. That time 24 to 30 year old, I was a compo writer. Big time compo writer. So I would just keep quiet, maintain like it's nothing. Then I will whack him with one compo. Then he will read the compo. He will reply with one compo. So it was through chatting.
Yes.
Okay. Then maturity sets in. It's either maturity or the tak kuasa. I don't know which lah.
Yeah.
It became to a point where I'm not happy about this. Okay, you're not happy, so what you want me to do? Okay, you do this. Okay, I do this. Done.
So don't need compo lah.
No need compo.
Straight away, say what you want.
Yes.
Okay.
So I feel...
But it doesn't matter whether text or face-to-face.
Right now, I prefer face-to-face.
Okay.
Just at that moment. Because we got no time. Back then, we had time.
Yeah.
We had time to merajuk. We had time to be angry.
Agree.
We had time to pacify each other. And he has the capability, okay lah, I buy for you one flower lah. You know, like, there is that, like I said, maturity lah.
Yeah.
If you... Right now, if you were to buy me flowers because after we fight, I'll be asking you, what big mistake did you do? Is it bigger than this? Like, why are you getting me flowers? Like, it's just an issue. We just talk it out and move on. Like, certain things I will remind him, look, we have a teenager now. We have a Sec 2 boy coming. So, I guess it's the timing, the length of the marriage, the understanding we have with one another. So, compo when we're younger. Right now, it's just to the point. Yeah. But there are times when I feel so overwhelmed, right? I will inform him that I need 5 minutes or I need 1 day. Just give me this time to compose myself. And I will still talk about it, but no text.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before I answer my own question, to add on to your point, I think I agree with you that time. So when you don't have time, then you just want solution. You don't want the composition, no waste time and all this. But to answer my question on the part where the channel, I think when someone is sending you a composition is because first of all, they want to, like what you said earlier, I need 1 day off or a few hours off so that I can reflect. Then I know what's going through myself and I also can try to understand you. And then I want to verbalize and instead I don't want to forget if I talk face to face. So they write.
These are the pointers.
They write the composition. I think, I don't know if it's a gender specific thing. But personally for me, my wife's like that. She don't like to go head on first. I like to go head on. I say, okay.
She's a compo writer.
She's more of a compo writer. Why? Because she wants to reflect. She wants to think like, where has she gone wrong also?
Yeah.
Where did I go wrong? And then from there, she will tell how she feel about it. So she verbalize it, or rather she communicates better through a text because she has time to think. Whereas face to face, you don't have time to think. If I counter you with one thing, then you like, so maybe it's just me also. Maybe I'm good at countering back. So she don't like to debate with me face to face.
That part I can feel you, Anissa.
She say one thing, I come out with another.
He is very fast. That one is, I agree, yeah.
So that's why she rather don't want to talk about it now. I'll come back to you. So she will go back and think about it. And then she will come up with the composition. And then again, I either reply via another composition.
But will the two of you be in the same place?
No. You mean what? The initial conversation face to face.
No, when you're texting, right? Is she in the room, you're in the hall?
No. She'll be somewhere. She'll probably at work or what.
There you go.
She'll think about it and then she come back to me and say, she'll send a composition and then I will reply by composition. By the time we meet, it's settled.
Swan already.
We just forget it and move on.
Okay.
We just learn from whatever we've discussed. Yeah.
Until today?
Yeah. Until today, we are doing that way.
The compo way?
Compo way, yes. Yeah. So,
alright.
Yeah. I mean, to each their own.
It's how your marriage work.
Yeah, so I don't think specifically the communication channel is gender specific or time. I think more to time. I agree with you. How
long have you guys been married?
6-7 years.
It means you just finished the first crucial 5 years. There's a saying, right? The first 5 years is always where the hell.
They call it a 7-year each lah. So usually the 7 year is either make or break .
Yeah, but normally currently I hear it's 5 years .
Yeah.
But you okay lah, you all are almost there lah. Maybe when you cross 7, then you'll be at our stage where we tak kuasa just like
whatever it is.
What's the problem? This is the problem? Okay, this is the problem. Settle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Then next.
Next, actually, we already discussed it.
Yeah, actually kind of.
Right, it's like linked together. Whether it's a maybe this question. Okay, the question is texting etiquette. The one word reply versus essay long text. Maybe this is for daily kind of thing. Are you okay like when I tell my husband or I tell the child like, Anissa inform you, okay, I'm going to go to, she type very long now, I'm going to do this, and then you reply key. Will it trigger? You get maybe this is the context,
Yeah, that's the context. I think usually, guys are more guilty of just replying one word answers. I think lah.
Okay.
But in my case, I think both of us are quite guilty of it. It really depends on like going back to your earlier point. Time right? If you know time, you just reply okay. If you have time,
but they can accept or not?
More. Whether we accept or not, it depends on the context of the topic lah. If you're telling me you're going somewhere, I just reply okay. If you get upset about it,
or maybe when she write the whole compo, then you write okay. Then that one is asking for trouble lah.
The context is if you are arguing and then you reply one word, then you're asking for trouble lah.
Okay lah.
I think be it man or women, whoever who does that, you're asking for trouble lah. At least acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And then say okay, I will improve on it or whatever.
Or if you're busy, give me a minute, I'll reply back. Don't just okay.
Yeah. So I think again, not gender specific, but I think guys are probably more guilty of just replying one word because they're probably at work and busy or whatever. I don't know. In my case, for both our relationship, both of us have done the okay thing before because we're both busy people.
No, I'm not talking about the busy part. Have you just like get into trouble just by writing that one word?
I can share from my perspective. If I wrote a composition and you reply okay, then I will get angry lah. Yeah. What do you mean by okay? Do you get where I'm coming from? Yeah. So I will get upset. When she does that and when I did a okay, she won't get angry. She will get worried.
Oh.
She will be like, did I upset him or not? She cares about my feelings. Like she thinks that I'm closing off.
Okay, for this, right, I'm on her camp. It makes me overthink. Like I'm trying to be vulnerable here.
Yeah.
And then you reply, Kate. The first thought is not anger. The first thought is, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, did something I say affected you in a wrong way? Yeah. In that sense, I think wives are similar in that sense.
Yeah.
We want to be mellowed. We don't want it to go up.
I mean, women are difficult. As much as you all want to hear things, you all also get worried if you all don't hear things.
Yes, we overthink.
Yeah.
Then we're like, okay, it's our fault lah.
Yeah.
After that, we bing it because we accept that it's our fault. Correct. Sorry, ladies.
But it's nice. I think it's also in your nurturing natural state.
Yeah.
Is that when someone just reply one word or whatever, you are worried for the person.
Yeah.
Is it really okay? What happened? You'll touch a raw nerve or whatever lah. So yeah, that's the case lah.
We are more worrying folks lah.
Okay.
All right.
The next point.
Next point, last one. Arguments decoded. Words, mysterious words like I'm fine.
We kind of touched on that as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Two words answer. Like, are you okay? I'm fine.
yeah.
Shall we go out? Okay.
I think by default lah, I think how he designed this question is that women, when they say I'm fine, means they're not
They're
fine.
not fine.
Whereas guys, if they say they're fine, means they're fine lah.
Yeah.
They are more literal lah.
But then I beg to differ. The current generation of guys different.
Yeah, now times are changing.
We cannot just put it all like stereotype, like broad, what they call it, broad brush men in that way.
Yeah, yeah.
The current generation of men, they also use the word I'm fine, but they're not fine.
How you know they're not fine?
I just know. Looking at the current
But you
trends.
see, the flip side of it, right, is because you think that when they say they're fine, means they're not fine because you think that way. You
But what if they say they're fine, then they hempas-hempas?
Means that one obviously
there
not fine.
you go, yeah.
If they say they're fine and they're expressing it in other forms that they're not fine, means they're not fine.
Yeah.
But let's say if it's just I'm fine, usually 90% of the time most men, when they say they're fine, means they're fine.
Okay.
Or when they say okay, means okay.
Agree or not? Agree or not? I want to know. I really want to know.
I think generally guys do less thinking So like for example, sometimes we zone out, we just think about football, whatever nonsense.
Yeah, but then
And
the wife at the side will be thinking, is he thinking about the current fight that we had? But inside it's like Arsenal versus Man U. That kind of thing.
We already shut down already. I think generally that's the case. But yeah, you have a point. Times are changing.
Yes.
Men are getting more sensitive.
Yeah.
So we have to be sensitive to their feelings, right? So you have to be careful about when they say they're fine, are they really fine or not? If they don't show more than what you expect them to show, then you can just
this one I'm guilty.
You're guilty.
Even though 14 years, right? I'm still guilty of
what when
this
they say
I'm fine thing.
You or
me?
you,
I
okay.
use it, but actually I'm not fine. Very guilty.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I will get out of it or not. Just two days ago already, I just kena this thing, and then he'd be like, you say you're fine, but you walk around as if you're having permanent menses like that. You know, the PMS thing, like my face will show it, but I just say I'm fine, but actions betray us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when we ask you ladies, like, okay, let's say you say you're fine, and then we found out you're not fine, and then you say, and then we ask you, do you want to talk about it?
Then we say no.
That's the problem actually.
Then that's when I said earlier, you give us time.
Okay.
But then again, woman guilty lah. We must say that you give us, I am not fine, but I need time.
Okay.
We have to say that. Or maybe say I'm fine, but I need time.
I get it.
Yeah.
I think, okay, I want to share a recent thing. I think this comes with parenting also. Like for example, recently my baby was crying and I immediately go into problem solving mode. And my wife tell me, let her cry.
Yeah.
Let her cry, let her emote. Otherwise she will have all this pent up emotions.
Yeah. She's so right. Yeah.
And I didn't see it back then. To me, like, okay, I want to educate you. I want to tell you that it's no need to cry.
Yeah.
You really enjoy yourself. Now we need to go back. So, no need to cry. Why are you crying? You really enjoy yourself, man. So
she wants more lah.
She wants more lah. I know, I get it. But to me, like, I want to tell her that you really have a good time.
Yeah.
You just
All
enjoy
good things
that
comes
moment.
to an end.
To me, at the end of the day, it's a kid.
Yeah.
So I was wrong lah. So I apologize to my wife lah. Okay lah, you got it right because I feel like I was in the problem solving mode, which wouldn't help.
Yeah.
To me, she was right. Let her cry because she's still a kid. But when you're adult, let's say if you are upset about something when you already have a good thing, let's say you go on holiday, right? Having fun. Last day fight. Then you bring that fight back to Singapore.
That one nonsense already.
So then I have to go in a problem solving mode. I was like, tell you, why are you angry?
Yeah.
Right? It's just that one argument. So do you want to talk about it? And they say no or whatever. Okay lah. Then like what you said, maybe we take a step back. Let you all calm down. Let you all formulate your thoughts. Let you all, probably put it in the conversation
again. But I still feel that all these reflects on maturity. Maybe the older you get, the more you feel that there isn't a need to drag fights.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so bottom line is give it time. You will evolve as a couple. You will feel that together you will fine tune your own marriage. Like your marriage and my marriage is definitely different.
Different,
The dynamics thing is also very different. There is no way two marriage is alike. Even if you take an example of your own parents who had a beautiful relationship, 40 years of marriage, cannot. It's your own dynamics, your own relation.
That works for them.
Yes, correct. So whatever we discuss here, whether it fits them or not, it's interesting to see lah.
Yeah.
Right.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like even with the communication style or whatever, or communicating, some people don't like to communicate. That's about it. So you need to understand your partner lah. If they don't want to talk about it, means that's like that lah. They don't want to talk about it. Then you bring in other forms to pacify them. To make it better, the situation. And then maybe you can even ignore that situation completely because they don't like to talk about things. There are some people who are like that. Whereas sometimes, the opposite, the partner will be like, why we don't want to resolve? Because this will come up again.
Yeah, then they will come back and say, it's unhealthy. Don't go to sleep angry. Those kind of lines, biblical kind of, right? But if it works for you, do it.
Correct.
Go to bed angry.
For your partner, if you understand that it works for your partner, she needs to be angry or he needs to be angry, then let it be lah.
Let it be.
Let it be and then move on. But if she is upset again that you don't want to talk about it, then I don't know what to say lah.
It's a cycle. It's actually a cycle lah. Right.
At the end of the day, like what she summarized it nicely just now lah. Do what's best that works for you and your partner. Alright?
Right.
So, give us your thoughts on whatever that we have discussed earlier, communicating, whether you all are more of the text-based, whether you all prefer face-to-face, whether you prefer
whether
to
you
be
want to
quiet.
send us compositions about your marriage, go ahead.
See ya. Song fits this topic again.
Yes.